7, 11, 13, 17, 19. These are just the first few. It is any number that can be divided by 1 in itself. You can see here that all these numbers here at the bottom are prime numbers. All of them except this one. So if you see back to a previous video, you will see why this one is not a prime number, and we will deal with that later. Factors are numbers that go into another number. So prime factors are prime numbers that go into another number. Index form means written in the power of a to the power of b, like all these numbers here are 2 to the power of 5. These are all written in index form. Highest common factor is the largest number that goes into both numbers. So we've got to find the largest number that goes into both of these two numbers. And the easiest way to do it is by using a Venn diagram, especially when the product of prime factors have been given. You can do it manually and just count up and work out which factors go into both numbers, but when you've got really, really large numbers like we have here, it is much easier to use a Venn diagram. Now, a Venn diagram is a diagram where you've got two circles combined, and then you've got numbers in each of the circles. So the numbers which are common to both numbers go in the centre, and if you multiply these two numbers together, C times by D, this gives me the highest common factor. If you multiplied every single number that you can see here written in the two circles, multiply those together, that gives you the lowest common multiple. So that is the difference between highest common factor and lowest common multiple. In this question here, we're only interested in the highest common factor. Press pause, have a go at working out the answer, and then press play when you're ready to hear the answer. Well done, guys. Hopefully you've managed to have a think about how to work out what the highest common factor is of these two numbers. So we're going to start off by looking at 6 to the power of 5. Now we know 6 is the same as 2 times 3, and we can put that in brackets, and both of those numbers need to go to the power of 5. So we can see that 15,552 million is the same as 2 to the power of 7 times 5 to the power of 6, which was given to start with. And then the 6 is the same as 2 times 3, but both of these have got to be to the power of 5. You can see my previous videos to how to split this out quicker on a previous video. From here, we need to look at what is going to be common. So we're looking at things that are common. And you can look at here, I've got a 2 to the power of 5, and I've got a 2 to the power of 5. So we can see that 2 to the power of 5 in both of these terms is common, and that goes in the middle section. So this circle here on the left-hand side represents this really large number here, 15,552 million is the circle on the left. The circle on the right represents 140,000. So these two circles represent the two different numbers. Now you can see for both the numbers, 2 to the power of 5 on both the numbers was common to both, which goes in the centre. We're now going to look at the 5 to the power of 6. Now this one has got a 5 to the power of 6, and here we've got 5 to the power of 4. So if I write down what 5 to the power of 6 means, it means 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. And 5 to the power of 4 means 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So this is 6 times, and this is 4 times. So we want to know what is common to both of these terms. So the one that is common, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 5s, which are common to both. So that goes in the centre. The 4 5s go in the centre. But I've got 2 5s here left over on the one with the 5 to the 6. So on the bigger number here, the one which is on the left-hand side, I've also got a 5 squared left over. So that goes in the left circle. I've also got the 2 to the power of 7 is left over, and the 3 to the power of 5 is also left over. So these go in the left circle. The terms which are common go in the middle circle. And then on the right part over here, this is what is left on this second term here. So I've got 2 to the power of 5 we've already taken, 5 to the power of 4 we've already taken. We're just left with 7, so that goes in the outside circle here. We have got to work out the highest common factor. So to do that, we take the two middle terms here and we need to multiply them together, and that will give you your first method mark. So 2 to the power of 5 times by 5 to the power of 4 gives me one method mark. This is a calculator question, so just type this in on your calculator using the power buttons, and you will see that you get 20,000, and this will be your second mark on the question. So make sure you are clear that you understand how to draw out a Venn diagram and how to work out the difference, what the Venn diagram represents and which section is the highest common factor. Remember, if I'd have multiplied all these terms together, that would have given me the lowest common multiple. This is the easiest way to find the highest common factor or the lowest common multiple for really, really large numbers. It's unusual that you get such high numbers in the exam. Normally the numbers are slightly lower than this, but in this exam question they have used really large numbers, so you need to be able to use the Venn diagram to get the answer quickly. The mark scheme on this question shows there are 2 marks. B1 means 1 method mark for being able to use the answer 2 to the power 5 times 5 to the power 4, and the final answer was for 20,000. If you found this video useful, please share, like and subscribe so we can all get great at maths. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share, like and subscribe. Please follow Get Great at Maths on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and X. What do you want to see next on Get Great at Maths? Please comment below. See you next time.